Welcome back to my Dank Ideas. I'm your host, Dre Daly. My Dank Ideas are brought to you exclusively by Magic Box Productions. I want to talk to you a little bit before we get into the idea about, you can call it whatever you want, swing, optics, perception, perceived truth, whatever you want to call it. So if we're walking down the street and we see a situation happen, let's say a car swerves out of control and crashes into a tree. The people there that saw that situation, everyone had a different vantage point of it. So when they go to retell that story, they're going to be able to give very full details from the vantage point that they had, and some of them might embellish that to make their story have a little bit more oomph to it. Some of them might take it back because they weren't really paying attention, but then on the other side of that tree is going to be someone who had a completely different viewpoint or different optics of the incident is going to tell the story differently. They're going to add in their own descriptive words, their own adjectives, and spruce it up a little bit however they like, and they have the right to do that. And that's freedom of speech, whoop-de-woo. Now, when it comes to our journalists, and I have an idea. We at Magic Box Productions have been talking about this idea for the last couple days, and that is we need a network, a news network that truly doesn't give two poops who wins an election. That's it. They can't put in their own optics and their own vantage point and their own perspective on what happens at a political situation. They have to just give the facts. There's no descriptive words that can be used to describe the politics of the situation. Because it's very difficult. I don't want to call any of the networks out, but one of the networks that's 3 letters long, you probably wouldn't go there to find out what the Democratic Party is doing. You can go there and they'll tell you all the great things that the Republican Party is doing, but they're not going to share all the great things that the Democratic Party is doing. Then there's another 3-letter network that is almost the complete opposite of that, that gives such great things about, not always great on both sides for their favorite party, but definitely their favors of the Democratic Party. And they're definitely not friends of the Republican Party. For a country that's split as far as we are right now, when it comes to a lot of these situations, we need to have a network that will just clearly give us the facts. Maybe it's an online source. I don't think that's going to work too well, though, because there's so much crap floating around online. We need one of the current networks that we have to step up to the plate and say, listen, we are going to give this as unbiased as we possibly can, and we are not going to add any descriptive words in there, and we are going to do our best not to sway any of the voters in a certain direction. Like, let's say I'm a voter that has not made any decision at all. I should be able to turn this network on. Let's call it, Politics Now. No, News Now. I like News Now better. And you would get the story without any bias swing to it. Either way, no matter if the news anchor agreed with the situation or disagreed with it. We need to stop our anchors. One of my favorite anchors, Vlad, I don't remember the situation right now, decided to start throwing in his 2 cents, and I don't know if it was written and he was just reading off the teleprompter, but he usually doesn't do that, and I was a little bit heartbroken. He also likes the gingham. That's my idea. A news network that it just gives the facts. There's no party choice. There is no political influence on either side. Just the facts, plain and simple. That's my idea. I hope you like it. I sure do. I'm Dre Daly. My Dank Ideas are brought to you exclusively by Magic Box Productions. We'll see ya.